On a quiet spring afternoon in West Des Moines, Iowa, Ashley Okland, a bright and ambitious real estate agent, walked into a model home, just another day at work. But by the end of that day, Ashley would never walk out again. She was found inside, fatally wounded, with no signs of struggle, no theft, and no known enemies. How does a young woman, surrounded by people who admired her, meet with such a tragic and unexplained fate in broad daylight? And how, after more than a decade later, can a case like this still remain unsolved, despite countless leads and ongoing investigations? Someone knows the truth. Could it be hidden in the shadows of that house or within the secrets of Ashley's seemingly ordinary life? Stay with me as we uncover the mystery surrounding Ashley Okland's life, her death, and the haunting questions that refuse to fade. Join me for another odd, mysterious, and strange story here at Odd Mystery Stories. This video is sponsored by Aura, the all-in-one app designed to protect your personal information and keep you safe online. When I first searched for my name online, I was shocked to see how much of my personal information was exposed on public listing sites. It's unsettling knowing that data brokers sell details like your address, phone number, and even sensitive information such as your social security number to spammers and robocallers. That's why I started using Aura, and I can personally vouch for how well it works. Aura makes it easy to protect your privacy by identifying brokers exposing your data and submitting opt-out requests on your behalf. The process is seamless, and I didn't have to waste time navigating the complicated steps myself. Knowing my information is no longer being sold gave me a real peace of mind. Aura also provides antivirus, VPN, parental controls, and password management, as well as identity theft insurance, all in one affordable, easy-to-use app. It's a service I trust to keep my family and me safe online. Try Aura for free for 2 weeks at aura.com/OMS or click the link in the description. Protect your data and take control of your privacy today. Now, back to the story. Ashley had a presence that could light up any room. At just 27 years old, she was a woman of ambition and warmth, known for her friendly smile and natural charisma. Those who knew her described her as kind-hearted and driven, and someone who truly cared about others. Born and raised in Iowa, Ashley was deeply connected to her community, earning admiration not only for her hard work, but for her ability to connect with people on a personal level. After graduating from high school, Ashley pursued a business degree, determined to build a meaningful career. Her passion for helping people find their dream homes led her to real estate, a field where her charm and determination helped her quickly rise through the ranks. Her reputation in West Des Moines grew rapidly as she became one of the area's most promising agents, working for Iowa Realty. Ashley wasn't just about her career, though. She was someone who valued friendships and always found time to support others. Friends often spoke about her positivity and empathy, qualities that made her a beloved figure in both her personal and professional life. Outside of work, she enjoyed staying active and spending time with loved ones, making it clear that for Ashley, life was meant to be lived fully. But with all of her accomplishments, she never lost her humble nature. She remained grounded, approachable, and full of dreams for her future. No one could have predicted that those dreams would be tragically cut short. Why would anyone target someone like Ashley, so loved, with no apparent enemies? That's the question that still lingers, casting a shadow over the legacy of her once bright life. April 8, 2011 began like any other day for Ashley. It was a regular workday, and she was scheduled to host an open house at a model townhome in a quiet neighborhood of West Des Moines. The property, located in the upscale development of Plaza at Mill Ridge, was one of many Ashley had worked on before. She had no reason to believe that this day would be any different from the others. At approximately 2 p.m., Ashley was last seen alive by a coworker. Shortly afterward, everything took a deadly turn. At some point during the afternoon, someone entered the home. The details of what happened next remain a mystery to this day. What is known is that Ashley was found inside with 2 gunshot wounds. There were no signs of a struggle, no indication of a break-in or theft, It seemed as if Ashley had willingly let her assailant inside. Emergency services were called and Ashley was rushed to a nearby trauma center. Despite medical intervention, she succumbed to her injuries shortly after arriving at the hospital. News of her death sent shockwaves through the community. How could something so violent and senseless happen in broad daylight in a quiet suburban neighborhood? Authorities scrambled to piece together the events of that afternoon. A neighbor reportedly heard shouting, followed quickly thereafter by 2 gunshots. From the moment Ashley was found, the mystery began to take shape, and the hunt for answers was underway. What kind of person could have carried out such a crime with such precision? And why did they choose Ashley, a woman who seemingly had no enemies? These questions would soon become the central focus of a case that continues to baffle both investigators and the public. The West Des Moines Police Department quickly launched a full-scale investigation into Ashley's murder. However, from the outset, investigators were faced with a troubling lack of evidence. The crime scene yielded no obvious clues. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, and no eyewitnesses to the crime. Whoever had entered the home had done so without causing any alarm, leading police to believe that Ashley might have known her killer, or at least did not perceive them as a threat. Despite the absence of physical evidence, detectives began interviewing Ashley's colleagues, friends, and family, hoping to uncover any potential leads. They were searching for answers to critical questions. Did Ashley have conflicts with anyone? Had she expressed any concerns about her safety? Did anyone have a reason to harm her? Yet everyone they spoke to described Ashley as kind and well-liked. No one could think of a reason why anyone would want to hurt her. The timeline of events also frustratingly vague. The last confirmed sighting of Ashley occurred around 2 p.m. Around the time of her murder, neighbors reported seeing a black Cadillac Escalade parked outside the home. Additionally, there was no usable activity caught on nearby security cameras in the area. The investigation stalled as police struggled to find a solid lead. Detectives explored various possibilities, including a potential robbery gone wrong, but this theory was quickly dismissed. Nothing of value had been taken from the property, and there were no signs that Ashley had tried to defend herself. Another avenue they pursued was whether a disgruntled client or an unstable individual had targeted her, but no concrete evidence supported these scenarios either. In an effort to generate tips, police turned to the media, hoping the community might come forward with information. Ashley's murder made headlines across Iowa, and a reward was offered for any tips that could lead to an arrest. Calls did come in, but none of the information proved useful. Each potential lead seemed to vanish as quickly as it appeared. The case grew colder by the day. Investigators were wondering, was this a premeditated act by someone who had carefully planned every detail? Or had it been a random act of violence by a killer who vanished without a trace? With no suspects and few answers, law enforcement found themselves at a crossroads. They knew that solving the case would require patience, diligence, and perhaps a break that had not yet come. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into years, Ashley's murder became one of Iowa's most haunting unsolved cases. Investigators continued to follow hundreds of leads, hoping for a breakthrough, but each lead ended in frustration. Despite extensive efforts by the West Des Moines Police Department, no arrests were ever made and the case became cold. Over the years, the investigation has been periodically revived with new tips and advancements in forensic technology. Detectives have re-examined evidence, revisited witnesses, and conducted numerous interviews, but no significant developments have come to light. The lack of physical evidence at the crime scene remains a critical obstacle. Without DNA, fingerprints, or surveillance footage, investigators have little to work with. The community, however, has not forgotten Ashley. Her story continues to be the topic of discussion in Iowa and beyond. Local media outlets have run anniversary stories about her case, urging anyone with information to come forward. Law enforcement officials have emphasized that the case is still active and that even the smallest piece of information could help solve the mystery. The community even pulled together to gather nearly $600,000 to build a park in Ashley's honor. There have been moments when investigators thought they were close to a resolution. Rumors of potential suspects have circulated over the years, but none have ever been publicly confirmed. Some have speculated that the killer may have been a transient or someone just passing through the area, which would explain the lack of local ties to Ashley. Others believe that the perpetrator may have known her professionally, though no evidence supports this theory conclusively. The case's longevity has prompted questions about whether crucial evidence was missed in the early stages of the investigation. Could the killer have been someone hiding in plain sight? Did someone with information choose to stay silent out of fear or loyalty? These lingering questions have fueled endless speculation and theories. Despite the ongoing uncertainty, Ashley's family and friends remain hopeful that one day justice will be served. They continue to advocate for her case and honor her memory, determined to keep her story alive. Law enforcement officials have also reiterated their commitment to solving the case, maintaining that they have not given up on finding the person responsible. For now, however, the mystery remains. How could such a brutal crime happen in broad daylight with no apparent motive and no one to witness it? The answer still eludes everyone. Ashley's tragic and senseless death sent shockwaves through the real estate industry, not only in Iowa, but across the country. For real estate agents, Ashley's murder was a grim reminder of the inherent risks associated with their profession. Agents often find themselves meeting strangers in empty homes or isolated properties, circumstances that can leave them vulnerable to danger. In the aftermath of Ashley's murder, real estate firms in Iowa and beyond began reevaluating safety protocols. Iowa Realty, the company Ashley worked for, and the other agencies implemented strict guidelines to protect their employees. These included safety training sessions, mandatory check-in procedures, and policies encouraging agents to work in pairs whenever possible during open houses and showings. The National Association of Realtors also issued statements urging agents to prioritize personal safety by taking precautions, such as pre-screening potential clients and maintaining contact with a colleague or friend during appointments. Many agents who had never thought twice about their safety were now more vigilant. Stories circulated among the real estate professionals, warning of encounters with suspicious individuals during showings. Ashley's case became a cautionary tale that agents shared with one another, a sobering reminder of how quickly a routine workday could turn into a nightmare. In addition to procedural changes, the industry saw increased interest in personal safety technology. Real estate agents began carrying personal alarms and utilizing mobile safety apps designed to alert authorities if they felt threatened. Safety seminars and workshops became more common, as agents sought ways to minimize risks without compromising their work. Despite these efforts, the fear and uncertainty lingered. Ashley had done everything right. She was in a reputable area, on the job in broad daylight, and by all accounts, had no reason to suspect that she was in any danger. If someone like her could be targeted, who might be next? For those who knew Ashley personally, these measures, while necessary, did little to ease the pain of their loss. The real estate community not only mourned a colleague, but also faced the unsettling reality that Ashley's killer was still out there, possibly watching, waiting, or moving undetected among them. The question of why she was targeted still remains a painful mystery, but her death has undeniably left a lasting impact. Her case has reshaped how agents approach their work, reminding them that safety can never be taken for granted in a profession that often requires trust in the unknown. Ashley Okland's life may have been tragically cut short, but her memory continues to live on in the hearts of those who knew her best. Friends, family, and colleagues, and even strangers deeply affected by her story, have kept her legacy alive through tributes and memorials. They remember Ashley not for the way she died, but for the vibrant and caring person she was, a woman full of kindness, ambition, and joy. Those closest to Ashley often speak of her infectious positivity and dedication to her dreams. Her parents have shared stories of her as a compassionate daughter who sought to make the world a better place through her work and relationships. Friends recall her unwavering support during their difficult times, describing her as someone who could always be counted on to lift others up. To honor her life, various memorial efforts have been organized over the years. Community events and fundraisers in her name have sought to raise awareness about both her unsolved case and the importance of safety in the real estate profession. For those who work in the industry, Ashley has become a symbol of both inspiration and caution. Every year on the anniversary of her death, people gather to remember Ashley, lighting candles and offering prayers for justice. The pain of her loss is still raw for many, but they remain hopeful that answers will eventually come. The West Des Moines Police Department continues to ask for tips and updates the public periodically, reassuring Ashley's loved ones that her case has not been forgotten. The question that still haunts everyone is whether the person responsible for her murder will ever be held accountable. For her family and friends, the hope for closure is not just about justice, it's about finding peace and knowing the truth after years of painful uncertainty. In the end, Ashley Okland's story is more than just an unsolved crime. It is a reminder of the enduring human spirit, the strength of community, and the quest for answers that refuses to be silenced. Hey, thanks for joining me in another odd mystery. My name is Vince. If you enjoyed this story, you might also be interested in the story of the unsolved murder of Lindsay Buziak. You'll find the link to that story in the upper right corner of your screen. Your support helps keep these stories alive, giving the affected families the hope they seek. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And for those who'd like to further support the channel, be sure to check out our online store for exclusive merch and more. I appreciate you. Thank you.